Isn't it great when your application and its database work together like a finely tuned machine? The application's out front, making your customers happy, and the database is just behind the scenes, giving the application great performance, durably storing your customers' data, and always being available. But your database is getting bigger all the time, and you're always taking on more. Running databases means a lot of repetitive management work. It has to be done, but it doesn't directly help your customers. How will you stay ahead of growth so that your databases don't become the bottleneck? And how will you be ready for disaster? Fortunately, there's a way to avoid the undifferentiated heavy lifting and get ahead of the complexity and risk. Amazon Relational Database Service, or Amazon RDS, is a managed service that makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the cloud. You can choose from the new Amazon Aurora engine, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle Database, or Microsoft SQL Server. And AWS even keeps up with patching them for you. You can keep using existing tools and applications. With Amazon RDS, there's no need to buy, rack, and stack hardware, and no need to install software. Just click and go, and new databases will be made available while you do more important stuff. And there's no need to stress out about capacity planning. Scaling up your databases becomes easy because you can get more capacity and horsepower whenever you need it. You can even scale out your database by adding read replicas. Giving your database high availability is simple with Amazon RDS. Just choose to run in multiple availability zones. If disaster strikes, RDS will fail over to a standby, and you can replicate your data to another AWS region, near or far, with the push of a button. Amazon RDS even lets you run replicas in other regions. Backing up and restoring your database can be a big headache, but Amazon RDS makes it easy. You get automated backups that let you recover to a point in time you choose. You also get a simple way to take consistent and durable snapshots on demand and keep them as long as you want. What will you do with all the time that using Amazon RDS frees up? You'll create innovative ways to serve your customers. Amazon RDS makes it easy and inexpensive to experiment. Clone your databases as many times as you like, and discard the experiments when you're done. You pay only for the resources you use. Amazon RDS, the easy way to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the cloud. Visit the AWS Management Console and launch your first database instance today.
You've made heavy investments in database technology over the years, but your teams spend countless hours just keeping them up and running. About 75% of their time, in fact. Today, your data environment has become increasingly complex. It spans on-premises and cloud environments, supports previously unthinkable data volumes, and is being driven by the demands of an always-on economy. This creates enormous challenges for your staff and impacts your infrastructure, data, and applications, leaving you no time to think about innovation and driving your business into the future. At Quest, we think it's time for a change. It's time for a new approach to database management. It's time for you to be ready for what's next. Because what's next is here now. Used by over 3 million data professionals worldwide, our award-winning database management solutions ensure you spend less time managing your systems and more time innovating. With the #1 database development and administration toolset on the market, we'll help you simplify complex database technologies and automate time-consuming processes, freeing your staff to be more productive. And we'll help you modernize your infrastructure faster across physical, virtual, or cloud environments by ensuring optimal database performance wherever your database is, from anywhere and any device. In today's hybrid database environments, the need for a solution that can reduce complexity is more important than ever. That's why we help you easily access and query from over 50 relational and non-relational data sources, allowing you to make smarter, more data-driven business decisions. And as your business grows and acquires new database technologies, we ensure your data environment is always available and running at peak performance with industry-leading zero-impact replication, allowing your organization the time it needs to move into the future. So let the databases grow and data volumes rise. Let the changes come faster and the technology grow more complex. let the business demand more. Because now you have the advantage of more time. You are ready for what's next. Database solutions from Quest. Join the innovation.
Your competitors are thinking big, acting fast, and causing your customers to wonder whether you can keep up. You know you need speed to drive innovation. Otherwise, you're stuck on the wrong side of the digital divide between today's winners and yesterday's news. It's a place where business operations are increasingly complex because of the legacy systems you rely on, where bottlenecks in your processes are commonplace, but seemingly impossible to resolve, where developers and operations aren't in sync, paralyzing your app development lifecycle. It's a place where you're constantly forced to weigh the risk of sacrificing control in order to meet developers' need to speed up access and deployment. What are you going to do about it? The organizations on the winning side of the digital divide are finding ways to overcome these barriers by integrating existing infrastructure and legacy systems with new applications and data structures to deliver 360-degree customer views, bridging the gap between developers and operations to create enterprise-level agility at scale, and empowering cost-effective modern app development with a database management platform that's transactionally sound and secure. The competitive landscape has been stacked against you long enough. It's time to tip the scales in your favor with EDB Postgres, the database platform for digital business. For a deeper look at the benefits of EDB Postgres, visit edbpostgres.com or email info@edbpostgres.com.
Database migration is complex and time-consuming. It often needs your database to be down for days or even weeks when no one can use it. It takes lots of time and resources, and even more when recoding and converting data for a new type of database. But more on that later. And one error can mean you have to start all over. There has to be a better way, a simpler, faster way. Introducing AWS Database Migration Service. With just a few clicks, the migration starts while your original database stays live. AWS DMS handles all the complexity. You even have the ability to replicate back to your original database, or replicate to other databases in different regions or availability zones. Oh, and that heterogeneous migration we talked about earlier? With the AWS Schema Conversion tool, migration assessment and code conversion are taken care of for you. The source database schema and code are converted to a format compatible with the target database. Any code that can't be converted is marked for manual conversion, and the migration is ready to go. As for cost, database migration is usually quite expensive. However, with AWS, that's not the case. Using AWS Database Migration Service, you can migrate your databases for as little as $3 per terabyte. Really. Start your database migration today with AWS DMS.